Previously on the Canon Versus Legends Series. Maybe I don't even have to be the non-canon expert anymore. Perhaps I can make my own transformation and become the canon expert. I could dedicate myself to only the canon. I'm sure that would be fulfilling. I'm gonna do it. From this day forward, I will be the canon expert. Wait, there it is again. What is that? This can't be. Following Order 66, the Sith were successful in their goal of decimating the Jedi Order, resulting in the death of the majority of Jedi across the galaxy. However, the Sith did not succeed in eliminating every Jedi, as a number of them managed to survive Order 66 and go into hiding as the Galactic Empire rose to replace the Republic. Therefore, fearing the threat that existed due to the fact that some Jedi remained and could return to inflict a devastating blow to the Empire or even himself, Emperor Palpatine needed a force that could hunt down and remove the Jedi who had survived, so as to eliminate any threats that their coming out of hiding may bring. The organization that the Emperor came to rely upon for this important task was the Inquisitorius, and its members of Inquisitors. In this installment of the Canon Versus Legends series, I will describe the rise and role of the Empire's Inquisitors as it was seen within the canon and how it happened in Legends. Let's start with the canon version of events. But first, let me check to see what or who it is that's calling out to me, as it just won't go away. Maybe then I can make my transformation from the non-canon expert to the canon expert in peace. This can't be. An organization that was in the employ of the Galactic Empire, the Inquisitorius consisted of Force-sensitive agents who were known as Inquisitors, but they were also referred to as Imperial Inquisitors or Red Blades. They wore armored gray and black bodysuits and utilized double-bladed spinning red lightsabers. The Inquisitorius was created personally by Emperor Palpatine, and the primary mission and main role of the Inquisitors was to track down and kill any and all Jedi who survived Order 66. This mission was of crucial importance due to the fact that a number of Jedi had survived the attempt on their lives and went into hiding as a result of Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi's efforts to dispatch a distress signal from within the Jedi Temple, which warned any surviving Jedi to avoid Coruscant and to go into hiding. Due to the efforts of Kenobi, in addition to those of other Jedi, several Jedi lived through the initial stages of the Purge that was started with Order 66, and hid themselves within the galaxy. Because of the survival of these Jedi, the Emperor recognized that his rule was significantly threatened so long as they remained, and therefore he created the Inquisitorius and tasked them to eliminate the Jedi to remove this threat. The Empire's Inquisitors were trained in the dark side of the Force by Darth Vader. Further, in addition to their dark side training, to make the Inquisitors even more dangerous to the surviving Jedi, the Inquisitors studied the fighting style of the Jedi they were hunting, and familiarized themselves with the techniques of their opponents, making use of the records of the Jedi Order that fell into the hands of the Empire following its rise. However, so as to avoid a situation wherein he replaced the threat that existed with the surviving Jedi with a threat from the Inquisitors and their use of the Force, the Emperor ensured that the Inquisitors' training did not make them too powerful, so that they could not threaten his rule. The Inquisitors' mission of hunting down and eliminating the Jedi who survived Order 66 was one that was given a high priority within the affairs of the Empire. Due to the importance of their task, the Inquisitors garnered significant authority within the Imperial military hierarchy, and were able to commandeer any Imperial resources that were necessary to succeeding in their mission. An order that was given to an Imperial officer by an Inquisitor had to be obeyed and followed. Further, once an Imperial officer became aware of an individual who was Force-sensitive, these officers were to contact an Inquisitor without hesitation so that they could investigate the finding, as this task was within the purview of the Inquisitors and not the Imperial military. In addition to their primary mission of hunting down and removing the Jedi who survived Order 66, the Inquisitors were also assigned a secondary mission. Although the Inquisitors were primarily concerned with removing the threat posed by the Jedi in existence at the present time, they were also to remove potential threats in the future through their efforts to identify and then seize any and all individuals determined to be Force-sensitive. Once these individuals were located, they were given the option of serving the Empire. Otherwise, they would be eliminated by the Inquisitors. I don't understand. Who are you, and why do you keep calling out to me? You don't recognize me? No, I've never met you before in my life. I'm surprised that you don't recognize me. I'm you. That is, I'm you after you've made the choice to become the Canon Expert. That can't be. It's impossible. No, I am the Canon Expert, and as the Canon Expert, I'm here to give you some insight of what life would be like if you were to go down the path of losing your identity as the Non-Canon Expert and turn to a life as the Canon Expert. Okay, fine. Tell me then. I should just let you know though, I've already made up my mind, so don't think that you can talk me out of becoming the Canon Expert. Oh, I won't be trying to talk you into or out of anything. Becoming the Canon Expert is a choice that you alone must make. I can't interfere. But there are certain truths that you need to know. Okay, tell me, what will happen if I become the Canon Expert? I think it would be best if you saw your new reality. And therefore, we will go on a journey together to see 3 examples of the consequences caused by your decision to become the Canon Expert. Following that, you're free to make your decision. Do you accept? I accept, but can I explain the Legends version of the Inquisitors to everyone first? Of course, but hurry. Your destiny as the Non-Canon Expert or Canon Expert should not be delayed. Similarly as seen in the canon, the Inquisitorius was a division of Imperial intelligence that was kept secret. Established by Emperor Palpatine following Order 66, the Inquisitorius was directly under control of the Emperor and his apprentice Darth Vader. An organization of Force-sensitive dark-side users known as Inquisitors, or sometimes referred to as Truth Officers, they reported directly to the Emperor. The Inquisitors were employed by the Emperor to hunt down the Jedi who were able to survive Order 66 and go into hiding, which, as we have seen, was also the primary task of the Inquisitors within the canon. Inquisitors within Legends took on a different look than their counterparts in the canon. They wore robes that were made of Zed cloth and were dark maroon in color. The Inquisitors wore armor that was made of ultrachrome, which was able to withstand a lightsaber blow due to its ability to uniformly conduct the lightsaber's energy across the entirety of the armor's mass, rather than allow the lightsaber to concentrate its energy into a single area. Further, they utilized Tausen amulets that reduce the ability of Force-sensitive individuals to detect their presence when worn by the Inquisitors. In order for a potential Inquisitor to join the ranks of the Inquisitorius, applicants had to undergo and pass a selection process that was particularly onerous. Needing to prove themselves to be reliable and powerful, potential Inquisitors initially underwent comprehensive testing and examination by Imperial intelligence. Following this initial examination and testing, applicants were then evaluated by the Grand Inquisitor. Ultimately, to complete the initiation process before becoming an Inquisitor, potential candidates had to be tested and evaluated by Emperor Palpatine himself. Although Inquisitors were heavily utilized in the interrogation and capture of Jedi, or individuals who proved to be too difficult for Imperial intelligence, due to their ability to use the Force in these interrogations, the Inquisitors were primarily occupied with searching the galaxy for Jedi who survived Order 66. When an Inquisitor was able to successfully locate and capture a Jedi, they were to attempt to turn the Jedi to the dark side of the Force and pledge themselves to the Emperor. If they were not capable of turning them, the Inquisitors were to execute the Jedi and remove them as a threat. However, in addition to eliminating surviving Jedi, the role of the Inquisitor also called upon them to search the galaxy for Force-sensitive individuals who were not Jedi, and who could become allies of the Empire and serve the Emperor. The Inquisitors originally operated out of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant after the rise of the Galactic Empire. However, although they later moved and were based out of the Senate Tower, the Inquisitorius eventually built and conducted their affairs out of a citadel on the planet of Prakith, located in the deep core of the galaxy. It was here at the citadel that the Inquisitors were tasked with their assignments, and where Jedi who were captured by the Inquisitors were tortured and imprisoned. Okay, I'm ready, Canon Expert. I'm ready to see what will happen when I make my transformation to become you. That is, to become the Canon Expert. What you are about to see will not be easy. Our journey will take us to 3 locations, where you will find what consequences await you once you become the Canon Expert. But no more delays. Let us go to our first location. Do you recognize where we are, Non-Canon Expert? Of course I do. We're in the Jedi Archives, the place where the Jedi keep their vast collection of information. Don't tell me I'm going to have to read all of this. What you see in front of you, Non-Canon Expert, used to be the Jedi Archives. But why don't you take a closer look to see what lies on the shelves here now? I know this friend. We've had so many great times together. But what is she doing here? And what is this place? Once you become the Canon Expert, the Jedi Archives will become a depository for your former friends. Well, at least there's a place that people can come to enjoy them and to appreciate them. Oh, this isn't a gathering place for people to come and hang out with the ones you used to call friends. This depository is a collection point for these former friends. Once they're captured, they're brought here to be processed and prepared for their ultimate destiny, for incineration. No, that can't be. They don't deserve that. So many people have yet to meet them, and they won't be able to make their triumphant returns back into the canon. I don't believe you. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, there's my friend Darth Bane. Maybe he can tell me what's really going on here. That's not Darth Bane. Not anymore. Not once you become the Canon Expert. This is Darth Bane now. I don't understand. If that's not Darth Bane, who is he? That's Edward now, head of sanitation services here at the depository. But like your former friends, his time here will also be coming to an end very soon. What? He's set to be incinerated too? Oh no, he's just going to be fired. He's terrible at his job, and he's constantly threatening everyone with a thought bomb, I think he calls it. It's really not working out. Oh, but his story will still be known, right? I mean, his decimation of the Brotherhood of Darkness, his studying of Darth Revan's holocron, Tharsana, it'll all be there in the future, won't it? That's difficult to know. The future is always in motion. Your choice to become the Canon Expert will leave many questions, and their answers will not be easily known. Everything is so confusing once I lose my identity as the Non-Canon Expert. Okay, I've seen enough here. Take me to the next location, Canon Expert. Where are we now, Canon Expert? This place seems so dark. Like there's something just not right about it. I feel cold. We're at the Cave of Evil, Non-Canon Expert. That's the dark side that you feel. The cave is infested with it. You must go in. You must go in to see the visions of the future that will exist after your choice to become me. I must warn you though, what you will find will not be easy to accept. What will I find in there? Only what you bring in with you. I don't have anything with me. Oh, but you do, Non-Canon Expert. No, I don't. My pockets are empty. Will I need some sort of weapon? Because just get in there. Non-Canon Expert, can you hear me? Are you alright? My god, it was awful. So much pandering, so much over-the-top and blatant marketing. Is there no one to keep the evil empire in check once I become the canon expert? There are a few, yes, but not enough. Upon your decision to become the canon expert, the evil empire's reach will only expand. It will become so great that it'll be impossible for your friends to return to the canon. I thought we'd done enough. I thought the evil empire would recognize our demands. The evil empire will never easily accept the return of your friends, particularly after you become the canon expert. But we've seen enough here. Let us journey to our last location. Prepare yourself, non-canon expert, as this one will be your most difficult yet. It looks like a funeral's taking place. But whose is it? Don't tell me that it's for one of my friends. I'm too late, aren't I? Are they all gone? Why don't you take a closer look, non-canon expert? No, this can't be real. It's you. It's us. But then that must mean... You're correct, non-canon expert. Your insight serves you well. I have become one with the Force. Having recognized that we, deserted our friends when they needed us most, we lost the will to live, and died of a broken heart. Where are all my friends, canon expert? Why aren't they at my funeral? Why, they're all gone, canon expert. You mean, they've all died too? No. I'm afraid that your former friends will experience a fate far worse than death. Your former friends will be forgotten. But Darth Malgus, he made it back into the canon, didn't he? And Revan, he's there too, right? I'm afraid not. Due to your choice, your friends no longer exist. Not like they did before the Dark Times, before the Empire. Your single choice to become the canon expert directly led to the consequence of your friends never making their returns to the canon. What have I done? No. No more. Get me out of here. I can't see any more, canon expert. Oh, thank God. It was all just a dream. It wasn't a dream, you idiot. You started spinning around for some reason, then fell and hit your head. I had to bring you back here. Now come on. Taking into account everything that you just saw, what's your decision? Will you become the canon expert, or will you keep your identity and stay the non-canon expert? There's only one decision to make. I've been such a fool, thinking that I could become the canon expert and that everything would work out for my friends. I can't desert them. I won't let them be forgotten. I'll make the evil empire count for its actions, and I'm not going to die of a broken heart. The canon may be good, but my friends need me. Thank you for everything, canon expert. I've made my decision. I will be the non-canon expert, and I will get my friends back into the canon. So there we have it. The rise and role of the Inquisitors as it appeared in both the canon and in Legends. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Edward. Yes, Master. It all went exactly as you had foreseen. He's going to stay the non-canon expert, and the threat of him finding out our plans has been eliminated. We can now continue our work to ensure that his friends never make their triumphant returns back into the canon.